Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Ooh, you're ready to punch people too? I am so ready for it. I'm finally back in Atlantis. I've been outside of Atlantis for so long, but now I'm back and I'm ready to punch a man. So let's go to Deimos Island. Glimmers like a meteor. Boop. Oh, look at the ocean and look at this mysterious figure. ... is right, Mash. And ... is right, me. This guy's gotta be a servant, right? No, wait. On second thought, maybe no? Doctor! Stay away from me. You make my head hurt. Wow, thanks, road figure. I have an amazing power, don't I? Not only can I break electronics by staring at it, I can make his head hurt by just looking at him and saying doctor. Man, the last fight was so not fair. Like, if me and the Crypto were fighting, fist fighting, I think I'd win, but no, because he feels fear, he has to use magic. I knew it. Things simply happened to work out this way today. Just forget about what happened here. And don't tell anyone else from Chaldea about it either. There's someone on that boat who can't be trusted. Mr. Robed Figure, stop! Now you're gonna make me just start questioning everyone on the boat. Come on, dude. Now you're gonna make me think everyone's sus. We gotta find out who the imposter is. Man. Sadness. Huh? What do you mean? I'm not going to tell you. Figure it out for yourselves. It's your job to figure out how to get past the 3 obstacles that Artemis, Odysseus, and Poseidon pose. You need to find a way to cross the sea on your own power. Only once you do that, you will be granted the right to stand before this Lostbelt's king. And now he's disappearing. I actually thought the robed figure was Musashi because Musashi's the ultimate isekai MC, but hey, it's Mr. Robed Figure. Wait, please don't go yet. There is nothing left for me to see in this Lostbelt, and I have no interest in your struggles. If you don't want to die, no, if you truly want to live, then fight back. Not that I expect it'll make any difference. There's no way to save this planet. Ah, his heat signature is completely gone. It looks like he warped away on his own. Who was that man? Take it easy right now. We need to heal up and get the hell out of here. If Kristaria knew where we are, odds are better than even that Odysseus does too. Alright, I need to report in. Anu, hello. What the hell just happened? There was a moment back there when all of your vital signs just vanished. Gordolf, that happens every so often, you know? You know how it is, Gordolf, Gordy. I thought my heart was going to stop beating. In fact, I'm quite sure it actually did. Calm down, Gordy. You're not the only one who wants to get a word in right now. Oh man, what a relief. You're all okay, right? I think so. I think I'm okay. I still want to punch a man, but I'm okay. Phew. Alright. You can take your time and tell us all about what happened later. Right now, we need to get out of here pronto. Come on, hurry. Will do. Wow, we really did hurry. Now that truly was hurrying. Goodbye, island. Gah. Let go of me, Castor. You bet I will. I don't want to have to touch your filthy body any more than absolutely necessary. Wait, did he just yeet her into the ocean based on that splash sound? Shh. Okay, I'll go ahead and kill her now. No! You little... You know, Canis, I've always thought that you didn't belong with the gods. I slightly know about, like, Canis's myth. Slightly, but about Dioscuri, not really. Ooh, would I rather have command spells or siren powers? Both would give me sweet tattoos. I think I want... Actually, no, I was gonna say siren powers, but I feel like that's just super, like, give or take, like, hit or miss. So maybe command spells, since at least those replenish. And wouldn't get stolen, maybe. Just maybe. Your uncouth manner of speech, your intolerable attitude, nothing about you befits a god. I expect Lord Kristaria only overlooked your behavior out of affection. But that's over now that Poseidon's noble phantasm has been demolished. So on behalf of all the true gods, we sentence you to death for your crimes. You little... I'll kill you! Your twisted nature couldn't be more plain, Canis. Both your heart and your mind are warped beyond redemption. The main thing that I know about Canis is that Canis is, like, gender swapped in the myth too. Though Dioscuri is probably better known as Gemini. I only know Gemini because of horoscope stuff, which I should not probably reference because, you know, horoscope stuff are so wonky. Even becoming a god has done nothing to fix that. You were never anything more than a recipient of the sea god's love. How could you possibly begin to match us? You never even understood Lord Kristaria's vision for bringing about a new age of gods. All you ever did was flail about in anger, curse the gods, and think nothing but yourself. Think of nothing but yourself. Given all that, did you really think Lord Kristaria actually trusted you? Exactly. Of course he didn't. In the end, Canis, you were nothing more than a woman. Excuse you, Castor. Gah! We'll have to thank everyone at Chaldea for this opportunity. No, of course. I'm sure they're all dead now. All right, let's head back. We still need to tell Lord Kristaria that we dispose of the filthy bitch, just like he ordered us to. Kristaria, you jerk! I like my Canis. We even had a nice Valentine's date. Humph! Kristaria doesn't know greatness when he sees it. Hold it. Ugh, just die already. Hey Canis, you wanna join my Chaldea? I wouldn't mind getting another one of you. We can make the ultimate Canis and be 5 Canis. I'm sinking. Down, down, down. Damn it! Damn it! This can't be happening. I can't go out like this. I still haven't finished what I wanted to do. I still haven't avenged the miracle of me being summoned as a heroic spirit. I still haven't had a chance to slaughter those bastard gods. And above all, I still need to pay him back for putting this collar on me. But yo, I could see why Canis would become super angry after that. Super understandable. I've got to pay him back. I need to pay him back. Kristaria. Kristaria. Kristaria! Come on, Canis. I'll help you. We can punch him together. Ooh, in her noble phantasm it has a golden bird? What's going on? What in the world just happened? Where's Kristaria? Did you actually manage to drive him off? I'm afraid the situation remains unclear. Once Kristaria Wodheim cast his second spell, we were only able to pick up audio, and only in bits and pieces at that. It could be a residual effect of the sheer scale of his remarkable magecraft, where he manipulated stars to rain down meteors. For the past 3 minutes, every one of her instruments effectively ceased to function. I doubt there's anyone inside the border who knows what happened. Well, never mind that now. Misaki, mash Kirilite. Both of you, return here at once. Given the horrific battle you've just been through, we need to check your vitals as soon as possible. Right. Understood. Let's go, Master. I know a lot's happened, but right now, we need to take stock of our current situation. Yeah, let's go back and figure out who's the imposter. Well done on making it back intact. The servants are still severely injured, but I'm overjoyed to see that you two are both unhurt. Unfortunately, we still have the problem of Kristaria to deal with. How in the world did he cast a spell capable of nearly decimating our servants without so much as a "how do you do"? Is that even humanly possible? No, it isn't. A few rare and notable exceptions aside, there is simply no way for a mage to defeat a servant who managed genuinely heroic accomplishments in life. Right? That's exactly what I thought too. And even among those notable exceptions, the very best they could hope to accomplish is to strike a single blow in retaliation. Decimating multiple servants as easily as taking candy from the proverbial baby is simply not within human capacity. I took a look at Kristaria's file from before he became a crypter. While there is no question that he was a true genius, if he had such massive amounts of magical energy at his command at the time, he would have been seal designated. Seal designated? As in, orf, seal? It's what ends up happening to mages who exceed the bounds of genius and pursue singular fields of magecraft. It's essentially declaring them to be such intriguing figures that they need to either be kept in isolation or studied as a specimen. Being declared such a figure is the greatest honor the association can confer, but it also makes that figure's life very difficult. Oh, in that case, I think that it would make sense to, undersell yourself so you're not put in, isolation/experiments, as one would do. Mages that love delving into their preferred fields of research. But once they have a seal designation, they can no longer pursue their research any further. While this usually leads to the mage in question going into hiding and cutting ties with the association, every now and then, one of them is able to have their seal lifted in exchange for agreeing to contribute to the association. Incidentally, I can assure you that you can rest at ease, Misaki. Getting such a designation is something a third-rate mage like yourself will never have to worry about. Gordolf, I know I just said that underselling is what I would do, but ouch! You don't gotta put it that way. Sheesh.
And even if you did end up designated thanks to some freak accident, I can always put in a word with my old policy's chums to have it lifted.
Thanks, Gordolf. Thanks.
Ha ha ha. Thank you for filling Miss Misaki in, Gordolf. At any rate, there you have it. If Krishtaria had previously possessed enough magical energy to cast a spell capable of wiping out multiple servants, we would surely have seen signs of it in records of the man. And yet, there was nothing of the sort.
I mean, I don't trust a lot of their records. Stares at You Maiden's records especially.
Any thoughts on the matter, Da Vinci?
Oh yeah, of course. That magecraft he used is the basis of what ended up becoming astrology. It's basically the primal form of astronomy magecraft. One that temporarily assumes control over planets, the heavens, and the universe.
Astromancy is part of a numosphere's field of study, but it only deals with predicting the future and observing the stars. There's nothing in it that could possibly cause that sort of cataclysm we saw here. Did you hit your head or something, technical advisor?
Believe me, I wish you were right. But after seeing there, Krishtaria's magecraft in action, its identity couldn't be any clearer. That was ideal magecraft. It is a type that is even older than the Age of Gods, back when the planets, the heavens, and the universe were all overflowing with magical energy. Over time, as humanity's consumption-based civilization took control and developed further, every field of magecraft began to decline in power and scale. Astrology was no exception. While it once involved receiving power from space, at some point, it became nothing more than a way to observe space. However,
I see. So his is the original form of astrology. It draws strength from the stars in a much more literal sense. The magical energy that rotates the planet, the magical energy that fills the sky, and the magical energy that rains from the heavens.
well, Krishtaria might have that power. He can have the power of space on his side, but I have the power of being a isekai harem MC. Beat that, Krishtaria!
In ancient Greece, the world, the sky, and the heavens were all separate layers, and each layer's magical energy value differed accordingly. So we can presume that the magical energy we saw Krishtaria wielding here would be
The heavens. That is, the laws that govern outer space. There's just no other way he'd be able to manipulate stars otherwise. The spell he cast involves manually aligning planets to have them form an absolutely ginormous magical circuit. It's no exaggeration to say he's able to use a bigger magical circuit than any other mage in all of human history. When you think about it that way, it's no wonder at all that he managed to create a rain of meteors. Honestly, it's still kind of hard to believe, but now that we've seen him in action for ourselves, I have to conclude that Krishtaria Wodime has reached the zenith of what's humanly possible, to the point where he possesses even more absolute power than this Lostbelt's king.
That makes me want to punch him even more.
Speechless. Speechless.
Okay, but in that case, there's one thing that adds up even less now than it did before. If his genius gave him godlike power, why didn't he use it to conquer the clock tower ages ago? Like, why would he even bother coming to Chaldea at all? Yes, an excellent point. The jealousy-riddled viewpoint of a commoner such as yourself has been most informative, Mooney.
Ah yes, his new name is Mooney.
Indeed. That is a good point. As such, I can only surmise that Kristaria came to Chaldea for a single reason. Everything he did to create this very situation. Before the Earth was wiped clean, he was certainly an exceptional person, but he was far from omnipotent. So why such a stark difference between then and now? The answer is obvious. Back then, this planet was simply incapable of recreating such ancient astromancy. Regardless of how refined the Anumosphere's secret spells may have been, there was just no environment available to use them anywhere in the world. I suspect that is precisely why Kristaria chose to grow the Atlantic Lostbelt.
I mean, this Lostbelt does match him, based on his overpowered power.
The Greek view of space and the Anumosphere's theories of magecraft have excellent chemistry, so to speak. So the closer the Greek world gets to the Age of Gods, the closer his magecraft approaches the domain of the gods. No, if anything, it becomes a mystic surpassing them. I can't believe it. Then, does this mean wiping the Earth clean was part of Kristaria's plan all along? I'm afraid I can't speak to that. His power may be unrivaled here in this Atlantic Lostbelt. But he never had the kind of power capable of changing the world before, let alone bleaching it completely. No, I expect that was some other being's doing. The foreign god remains the most likely candidate there. And as far as the foreign god was concerned, Kristaria, with his magecraft capable of controlling celestial bodies, was the perfect fit for the job. In fact, if you will indulge a moment's speculation, I would not be surprised to know that the foreign god considered every human other than Kristaria unnecessary. If true, that would make the other cryptors no more than a bonus. The foreign god could have done without them.
Yeah, the foreign god could have done without them. Kristaria was the one who asked. He's like, hey, can I bring these guys too? I just gotta suffer a bit? Okay. That's awful. I can't imagine having such little regard for other people's lives.
At any rate, I see no need to come up with a strategy for the next time we face him right now, especially since we still lack any viable means of doing so. We can revisit this matter later, once we have more information to work with. Yes, I suppose you're right. Always put off the troublesome things till tomorrow. That's the Music's secret motto.
It's not a secret anymore, Gordy. And of course, put off the troublesome things until tomorrow. That is what I do as a procrastinator, haha! Why secret?
Because if Tool the Fourth were to find out about it, she'd hound me incessantly until I got those troublesome things done. But never mind that. We should get going right now, before something else comes and attacks us at sea.
The cloaking functionality's all back up and running, so now's a good time to rest up in your room if you want. I think I'll do that. I will rest in my room. Good. You should rest up too, Mash. I'd like you to try to recuperate as much as you possibly can. Unfortunately, being a demi-servant doesn't do anything to prevent mental stress.
I swear, they look like they might keel over at any moment. Ahem, alright. Speaking as your supreme commander, I want to commend both of you on a battle well fought. However, right now, you need to take a nice hot shower and get yourselves to bed. Commander's orders.
Honestly, yeah, after all this traveling, I think I deserve a hot shower. I probably stink.
Go on then. On the double.
Freshens up during this cutscene, in the darkness, as one do. ... That was... We're in Atlantis. I'm sorry to bother you when you're resting, Senpai. Oh. Don't worry about it. That's okay. I wanted to talk to you too. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Thank you. May I sit down? Oh. Was that really Dr. Roman? It sure looked like him. Yes, and that white jacket looked a lot like the one Dr. Roman used to wear. But it wasn't him. At least, I don't think so. You're right. I admit, my mind went blank when I first saw him. But no, I don't think it was him either. Dr. Roman would never have looked at anyone like that, no matter what. So, that couldn't have been him. But I still couldn't help but think... if that was really him, if I had one more chance to see him again... I thought I'd finally get to tell him how grateful I am for everything he did for us. Aww. Yeah. I wish I could have done that too. I'd even give him some Magi Mari merch that's signed. Yes, Magi Mari.
Something wrong?
Oh no, nothing's wrong. I was just hoping to talk to Master, but it looks like she's already occupied.
Gotcha.
Nash is a good servant, isn't she?
You definitely don't see a lot of shielders around here.
Yeah, you definitely don't see a lot of shielders. I think Mash is my only shielder, technically. I guess when you're a master, there really is something special about your very first servant, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe, depending? Right, of course.
Yeah, I'd better just leave well enough alone here.
Sorry, Corday.
Remind me, why are you on my boat again?
Because I wanted to be here. I just kind of felt like it. Hey, Jason, my bestie, because I wanted to be here, bestie. I'm sorry for the intrusion, Jason. I hope we're not bothering you.
Well, you are. A lot! Yeah, sorry for the trouble and stuff. Don't worry about him, Mash. It's quite a relief that we're able to communicate remotely once again thanks to our restored cloaking functionality. However, we must remain vigilant. We may be able to fool the god's eyes, but not the human mind. Now that Cristaria has retreated to Olympus, they're bound to pull out all the stops. Then we'll just have to keep scurrying away like rats. I can only hope we are able to come up with a plan that can confound their expectations and thwart their own designs. I don't suppose you have anything to offer in that regard, Mr. Jason? Of course not! If it were easy to come up with a plan to defeat Odysseus and his fleet, somebody would have done it long ago. Be that as it may, we can't run away forever. Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright, I'm just going to trust my future self to come up with something brilliant.
I believe in you, Jason. It'd be interesting if they ever, officially put more shielders in the game. I mean, why not? There's a pretender class. Why not shielder class? Stardust Ocean. 3 battles on Astraea Island. Ah, Astraea. I see that I'm fighting a ruler. Whoever could it be? It totally wouldn't be Astraea, for example. I'm gonna keep the back row. They're gonna be gaining bonds. I'm happy I got my Nobukatsu to bond 10.
Alright, I know we've been through a lot, but it's time to put that behind us. Is everyone all healed up? Yeah, we're all more or less back in fighting shape. Good. The next stop, Thetis Island. It seems there's another island on the way there. So it does. Should we check it out? No, that's okay. Our first priority right now is finding Achilles. Hold it right there! Gah! What's this all about?
You're just going to pass by my island without so much as a glance? How dare you insult a god like that?
Crap! You're god? Wait, which god are you? You're probably just some river god or mountain god or some other minor deity, right?
Your tone of voice makes it clear you're not giving me the respect I deserve.
Well, if nothing else, I'm pretty sure you're not one of the 12 Olympians.
Jason, what are you doing? Unless you're purposefully making her angry.
Jason?
True, I am not. But I do have enough power to stop your ship in its tracks.
What's your name?
I will reveal that later, when we come face to face. For now, I merely bid you welcome to Astraea Island. Ah yes, thank you for welcoming me to Astraea Island, mysterious ruler. I like how disappointed they look.
So, it's Astraea then. Well, fearless leader, what would you have us do? Looks like we have no choice but to make land on this island after all. Much as I'd really rather not.
It's okay, we can go here. Ah yes, it's totally not obvious who this island is for. And who's on this island?
What is that?
It's very big, that's for sure.
Maybe Hephaestus made it? No, that can't be right. Hephaestus would have sculpted the 12 gods, and they'd all be uniform in size. But it can't be a statue of Astraea, can it? What? Was she possessed by Narcissus or something? Can
You're totally thinking about defacing it, aren't you? Here's a marker. Draw a mustache.
Ha 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 ha. Come now, Master. Watch what you say. Why would I ever think about doing something so hilarious?
Well, you clearly are. So you tell us.
A little mustache here, a little stubble there, and...
Wow, he's actually drawing a mustache.
Bah! There. Not exactly original, but a classic beard.
Stifle a laugh. Oh, Jason, you're amazing. Nope, I did not see the original Planet of the Apes, but I think I might have seen that scene. Or a different scene. I think this might get you in trouble.
Ha ha ha. What the goddess doesn't know won't hurt her, Corday. I sense wrongdoing afoot.
How did she find out?
It wasn't me. You got it all wrong. She did it.
Hold the hell up. I mean, I was slightly involved.
I have never before seen a servant who tried to pin their own crime on their master. I presume you are Astraea, the goddess of scales and justice? Or rather, the pseudo-servant serving as her vessel, to be precise?
Indeed, I am. But I am afraid there is something I must do now before I can introduce myself properly. Jason, heroic captain of the Argonauts, take up your weapon.
Wait, huh? Are we really doing this?
I will weigh your sins personally, with my scales of justice. And be warned, the sin of profaning a god is the heaviest sin of all.
I can't believe we're about to fight over this, but it looks like she means business. I'm sorry, okay? I even kind of mean it. Well, Master, it looks like I've got no choice but to fight. Ready for orders when you are.
Very well then. As a sign of respect for your determination, I am willing to forgive your sins if you prove yourselves capable of winning by a fall even just once. Now, have at you! Oh, Jason! No worries, Jason. We will defend you. It was worth drawing on the statue. Like, I'm not gonna even deny that. It was so worth it. I like how Jason even chose the things that I would have done, starting with the mustache. Uh-oh, did the game break? Oh no, the destruction to the statue was too intense. Oof. I'll restart the game now because that'd be sad. Man, too powerful. The power of the mustache cannot be underestimated. Yo, mustaches are too powerful. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, 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 loading. I'm sorry, Astraea. Please don't break my game. So sorry, Astraea. Now, Jason, I will properly defend you this time. This time. Unless she breaks my game again. And in that case, oof. Big oof. When was the last time I updated my graphics drivers? I'm not sure. I think I set everything to auto updates. Let me see. I'll Musashi for this turn because I have Musashi cards. And I shall believe in the power of Musashi. Just in case Arjuna needs his guts. They make him feel healthy. I won't use that yet. Negates advantages and disadvantages against all classes, of course. Which is fine. Go, Musashi, go! Good job, Musashi. Wow, she even filled up Musashi's gauge. I appreciate that, ma'am. But this time I'm gonna use all Arjuna because look at the Buster cards. Buster, 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 my favorite. Like, that is what I like to see. Nah, I'm not gonna use that yet. But here, Arjuna, do the thing. Great job, Arjuna. He's doing fantastic. Ouch. And now it's time for Musashi. And Musashi will fill up some gauges too because she's kind like that. Thank you, Musashi. What a sweetheart you are. Good job, Musashi. Now more pain. Okay, she's getting close to using her Noble Phantasm, which is fine. I feel like I just gotta survive that. And if that's the case, yeah, that is completely fine. But I want to give her as much damage as I can before then. Good job, Arjuna. Just a little bit more. Ouch. I want Arjuna to live if anything. I know I could have filled up Castoria's gauge earlier, but nah. I wanted to prioritize Musashi and Arjuna. I have problems. And now how she attacks? Water. Hydration important. Oh, poor Musashi. And Castoria. Good job, Arjuna. He's just thriving, as one do when you're Arjuna. Okay, I'll use that. And I can't resist all Buster. Look at that. Beautiful, lovely. Go, Arjuna, go! There, he did the thing. Yay. That was good. Astraea, do you forgive Jason? That's enough. Not too shabby, all things considered.
Damn it, how the hell are you so strong?
I'm a goddess.
We actually already knew that. Thanks, though.
It is good to see you again, Lady Astraea. It is I, Mochizuki Chiyome. Oh, right, the one from the Far East. I didn't know you were still alive. So, why do you travel between the islands? Well, we're trying to get past Atlantis' 3 layers of defense. I'm being honest with her. That may be the most insolent answer you could have given. Part of me would like nothing more than to weigh you on my scales once again, but I'll forgo that for now. Come with me. Honesty's the best policy, right? Where are we going, Astraea? Astraea Island, ah yes. I'm fighting... sabers now? Oh. Well? Of course.
I see you have an entire mountain's worth of statues here as well. Talk about a distinctive sense of style.
For some reason, I feel like I need to work out. There's something really comforting about this place. For some reason, I feel like I need to work out.
Hey, is Master okay? We sure she's not cursed?
It's no curse, I assure you. I mean, I might be cursed, who knows? These statues have simply been blessed to inspire anyone who looks upon them to train their bodies to physical perfection.
So they are cursed!
Is there a reason you have all these statues here, Astraea? They're all very elaborately made. Then again, it's more accurate to say, I can really feel the dedication that went into them. Did you make them yourself? Dedication, huh? I see. So that is how they appear to you then?
I wouldn't say that. They're made exceptionally well, sure, but that doesn't mean much when their choice of model is so ow! What the?
I beg your pardon. My skill just slipped out of my hand. I would advise you to watch your words as though your life depended on your discretion. Or the next thing to slip may just be my bare knuckles. As for the statues, they were sculpted by a servant who stayed at this temple for a while. I wonder who that could be. Mysterious figure who totally does not look familiar at all. I mean, if she's the goddess of scales, she has to be the goddess of all scales, right?
Been dealt a bad hand, being a goddess of the scales, seeing as how you can't pick a side. I mean, you can't even buddy up with anyone like that, eh? Oh, guess that's why this place is so bleak, huh? Bit of a waste for such a beautiful goddess. Alright, made up my mind. I'm gonna make a statue of you myself. Consider it payment for letting me stay here for the night.
Ah yes, a statue. Just a statue, not an army of statues.
What's that? You like it? Do you want to see even more of the like? If that's what'll cheer you up, then that's what you'll get. I'm still a businessman at heart after all. Whatever the customer orders, that's what I deliver. That said, the whole reason I'm here is because I've got a job to do. So I hope you don't mind if I only work on these when I've got a spare moment.
He must have had a lot of spare moments. And that was that. Fortunately, I had plenty of stone on hand to work with, so I had to make use of every gram. I see. I'm very much a beginner when it comes to sculpting, but I'm still impressed by the sculptor's dedication. Whoever made these statues must have observed you very closely to capture your likeness so well.
I'll say, you can almost sense the muscles rippling under the stone skin. The servant clearly knows their anatomy.
I don't suppose Michelangelo was summoned here, was he? I'm afraid not. I requested that the servant make these statues less because of my divine traits, and more because the girl whose body I'm possessing likes this sort of thing. That said, as the god of justice, I certainly don't have anything against muscular physiques. If I had to choose between punches, takedowns, and submission holds, I would go with takedowns first, submission holds second, and punches third. Oh yes. I'm gonna have to go with punches first because punching is satisfying. Takedown second and then submission hold. That's gonna be the order of things for me. Punch, take them down, and submission hold.
Jeez, she's really letting her vessel's influence come through here, and in completely frivolous ways at that. On the other hand, she actually hasn't changed a bit when it comes to who she is on a fundamental level. Damn it!
Astraea's host body has a crush on Munamasa's host body? Now then. You say you wish to destroy Lady Artemis, the goddess of the moon, defeat Odysseus' army, overcome Poseidon, reach Olympus, and cut down the Tree of Emptiness, yes? Ooh, hello, did I see the Pokemon stream? No. But I did see posts about the stuff. I want the mask Pokemon, that turtle. Will you help us? That is the most naive, ridiculous idea I've ever heard. So much so, it actually makes me sick. Let me be perfectly clear. No human could ever accomplish such a feat. And the prospect of mere heroes from proper human history emerging victorious against this Lostbelt is so preposterous, it beggars belief. I am the goddess of the scales. Regardless of how I pass judgment, they will always come down firmly on this Lostbelt side.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
The gods who once took you under their protection were all deprived of their power and destroyed. Now, only scant traces of them are left. Yes, that's right. Your quest has made you enemies of the gods themselves. I remain on this island in my capacity as a goddess of justice in order to maintain my impartiality. You will receive no aid whatsoever from me. Is what she says, but I will bring out my Astraea to assert dominance. Please, we need your help. Can't you just make a little exception or something? Absolutely not. To make an exception, regardless of size, would go against everything I stand for. Is that clear? I understand. I'm just glad we won't have to fight you. As we fought earlier. Very well then. I will subject you to a number of trials. If you should pass these trials, I will provide you with the information. Trials. Ah.
If you have no desire to take them, then I suggest you leave this island at once. In fact, that would be a smart choice, in my estimation. You only have one life to live after all, so you may as well spend it in the cool shade far away from danger. There's something to be said for that option. No, there is not.
So, what sort of trials are we talking about?
Oh, they're very simple. All you need to do is fight and win. They will ask nothing more of you, and they will demand nothing less. With every trial you pass, I will share a new piece of information. And to make things more interesting, I think I will limit the number of servants who can challenge a given trial as well. Your master, of course, will be free to participate in all of them.
Yeah, I want to participate. I'll punch stuff.
Ugh, what a pain. Works for me. Okay then, let's start by pairing up. Crap, please tell me he didn't just say pairing up. Why don't we start with me? As for my teammate.
Would you mind going with him, Charlotte? Huh? Me? Are you sure?
Yeah. That's probably the best call. Orion is easily the strongest of us, so pairing him up with one of the weaker servants should help balance things out.
I see. That does make sense. Okay. Shall we, Orion?
Let's do it. Alright. I don't know who we've got to fight, but whoever it is, we're gonna wipe the floor with them.
Very well. Let's have you start with the Spriggan. Well, so much for any chance I had of being useful. Good luck.
Oh boy. Well, guess I'll just have to do the best I can.
Ah, I have to use them. Oof. I mean, the Pokemon that, like, Suicune was before would have had ancestors, right? So Suicune technically having an ancestor makes sense. Or if you want to think about it like how other myths are. Like, myths change depending on which region you're from. Like, drastically change. Extremely change. So, like this region being really far away from the other region, of course the myths are gonna be kind of muddled. And ooh, do I want to do this? No, I will not yet. I believe in you, Charlotte. You will be cute in the background. Good luck, Charlotte. Good luck. Well, that was a thing. That wasn't too bad. First trial. Amazing. Nice. Next trial. I'm fighting a caster. First it was a Spriggan. Is it gonna be a ghost? A spoopy ghost? Very well. I'm not a ghost, a book. Do you have any questions for me? Or shall I simply tell you something of my own choosing?
Alright, if you're taking questions, I've got one for you. Hephaestus told us that the only way to harm Artemis was with a divine construct. Does that hold true even if I use Theos Clearnomia to power myself up?
Yes, it does. However, a god of Hephaestus' skill should have little trouble forging a divine construct given the right materials. Not to mention that... No, It would be tactless of me to say more. Orion, you are a hunter at heart. If you wish to shoot down a star, you will need to keep it in your sights with an arrow knocked to your bow. Now, who's next? Very well then. Lady Mash and I will take the next fight. I did not expect them to partner up, okay. Right, Mash Kirillite, ready for battle.
Ah. Crap, someone else took Mash before I could invite her to team up. And she's the easiest one to talk to by far.
Very good. Then here is your trial. Eh? I see. So instead of one Spriggan, we will be fighting a number of Lamia that have been enhanced with nanomachines. Lamia? I did not expect that. However, dealing with serpents happens to be something of a specialty of mine. So, I will take this opportunity to demonstrate to Master just how devastatingly deadly a Koga Donin can truly be. Oof. Please set Mash as a starting member. Okay, it's my Mash. Well, it's a good thing I raised my Mash. Oh, it would have been so sad if my Mash was like at level 1 during this time. That'd be slightly awkward. But nah, it's fine. My Mash is raised enough. She is raised. So no fear. Just in case. Boop. Now time to see how this fight is. Oh, there's 3. And of course they have lots of HP. But it's fine, haha, oof. The class disadvantage though. But no, it's fine. Yeah, completely fine. Well, I guess I'll do this. Evade. Yes, I'll do that. What does this do? High chance. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I might as well raise her gauge by going after the toughest one to assert dominance. Good job, Chiome. Oh man, Mash is kind of suffering. I'm sorry, Mash. Now, might as well raise their gauges. Like that, yes. Good job, Chiome. Oh man, this is what I get for saying the first one is easy. Astraea's like, oh, that was too easy for you, huh? Let me bump up the difficulty, and I hate how they can steal my gauge. What's a good thing Mash is super buff, as one does when you're Mash. Ooh, hello, hello. How am I? Pretty good right now. I'm excited to be back in Atlantis. I'm a little hungry, though. I probably should have opened up the freezer and stolen, an Uncrustable, but no, I was lazy. But yes, an Uncrustable does sound pretty good right now. Maybe after this. As in after the stream, not after this fight. Because it's too early to go out. Good job, Mash. I will fill up gauges, mainly Mash, because Mash, making them extra tanky is nice. Go, go! Good job, Mash. As a, like, April Fool gag, it'd be funny if instead of Uncrustable, they made just like a Crustable or something, just pure crust. Which I'd be willing to try. Because I don't mind crust. Like heck. On pizza, I love crust. When bread is toasted, I love crust. For regular sandwiches, I don't really care about the crust, but I'll eat it. And yes, we finally got rid of one of the Lamias. Never mind. I shouldn't have said that. It's like, oh, you thought you could get rid of me so easily? Heh. Like, I'm sorry. Sheesh, though. That is such a tease. Like, barely, just barely. Man. Oh well. 3 times, 5 turns. Eh. Meh. I want to fill up gauges. Go, go, Mash, go! Your family actually throws out the end piece of bread that's all crust, but why? Like heck, when it comes to end pieces, my little bro and I, we fight over the end pieces for specifically French bread. Good thing there's 2 ends, because that way we can both get one each. Otherwise, yeah, we fight. We get mad at each other. Like, that's mine! No, that's mine! As one do. And wait, I just realized I should be using this. Go, Chiyome, go! The end piece is called the heel. Ah yes, my favorite part of the certain breads is the heel. Bread heels. Delicious, gnawing on heels. Yum. That was a happy amount of damage. That was great. Oh, I love that. I could get rid of it now. But nah, I'm gonna target this one instead. I just like spamming, so I'm gonna do all arts. That way Astraea thinks that I struggled, and then she will make my next trial easier. That's how it works, totally. Good job, Chiyome. Now back to this one. And yeah, I can't resist. I gotta do all arts. Oh good, both noble phantasms. Ouch. Here you go, Chiyome. Just in case. I need you to live. Now we... Power of arts. Come on, Chiyome, get rid of that Origin Lamia C. Go, go, go. Ah, so close. Okay, no more stalling. I feel bad, she's almost down. Good job, Mash. Now one more turn. Goodbye, Origin Lamia A. You know, I want Chiyome to do the thing because she's the one who wants to prove herself of how useful she is, so she will end the Origin Lamia as one do. I believe in you, Chiyome. Wow, look at how powerful you are. Great job. Yo, Astraea, you proud? Nice. Astraea, you proud? Now, fighting berserkers. Oh, I like that, but at the same time, it's gonna hurt. Enough. That turned out to be much more challenging than I expected. Those Lamia you just fought were, let's say, premium products mass-produced by the Echidna. The Echidna, incidentally, is essentially a living factory used to produce all manner of monsters. If you take them as lightly as you do, their more ordinary ilk, well, you are bound to suffer for it. The Echidna, I see. Then it is a member of the serpent family, as I suspected. At any rate, you have now successfully cleared the second trial. Any questions? All right. Now what would be a good question? Do you have anything you wish to ask, Captain?
Let me think. If you know of any proper human history servants who would be willing to join us, then tell us who they are. And while you're at it, I also demand you tell us why you're refusing to join us.
I thought I made it clear to you that you only get one question, but very well. As far as I know, Achilles will assuredly be willing to join you, as long as he's still alive. Aside from that, I believe there is also an archer. And that's all I have to say about that.
Kuh, damn. So we're barking up the wrong tree. I guess we can call that a bust. Make sure you ask a different question next time. You're wrong. If anything, I think that was some of the most terrifying information she could have told us. Alright, Jason, keep it together. What about my other question?
True. I am a servant from proper human history. At the same time, I am also the Greek goddess of the scales. And above all, the 12 Olympians of this Lostbelt and I have already come to an arrangement. In exchange for not becoming involved in this dispute, I have forgone the choice to ascend to godhood. Ah yes, guess for an archer? Just because it'd be funny, I want it to be Orion. As in, you know, wifey. Artemis. Ascend to godhood? Indeed. In essence, if I had joined Olympus, I could have been incarnated as one of this Lostbelt's god pillars. But I turned their offer down as I believe that doing so would inevitably tilt my scales too much to one side. So whether this Lostbelt is destroyed or not, I will disappear when that time comes.
Then, putting you aside, if the only other servants willing to join us are Achilles and an archer, then they're the last two friendly servants in all of Atlantis, aren't they? Ah, crap. I hadn't thought about it like that. That mean that aside from Achilles and this archer, all the other servants who were in this Lostbelt have been wiped out. Wait, that can't be right. I'm sure there were a number of servants besides me and Chiome who stayed behind. So then, why did she name only two? You'll need to clear the next trial before I can address that question. Sadly for you, I'm afraid that response alone already qualifies as an answer.
You're an irritating one, aren't you? Very well then. I'll take that as you volunteering to be the next challenger.
Fair enough. Magicardo! What is it? I don't want to lift so much as a finger or speak so much as a word of command unless I absolutely have to. So you're going to do all the fighting. What? Heh, I can see you're unhappy about it, but this is just the way of the world. I'm going to run you ragged, and you're going to take it. As captain, my word is law, and I won't tolerate any backtalk. Now that's a plan I can get behind. Huh? Why are you so happy about that? Me? I'm not happy. Not at all. Nope. Alright, let's do this.
Very well then. Let's see what you've got. I like how disturbed Jason was. He's like, why are you into this, bro? Stop it! Stop being so into it, it's not as fun. But nah, Mondricardo's just happy that he doesn't have to speak to Jason. He's like, yes! Jason's gonna shut up and I just gotta fight? Sweet! Good deal. Okay, there's two. Uh-oh. Ah yes, the Theos Scleronomia and the Hephaestus Scleronomia. The Theos Scleronomia. Okay. Do you also have Cleo? Okay, you're the Theos too. Now we. Thanks, Jason. Nope, cannot use that one. I will not do that, of course. This one, fine. Might as well. And I shall target the Origin Chimera A and use Mondricardo. Oh man, I should have given him a bait, I realized that. Oh well. That wasn't too much damage. Something I shouldn't have said. Too late to regret. Oh, Jason! You said you were gonna stand behind and make Mondricardo do all the work, but look at you, Jason! What a sweetheart! He wants to join in the fight too. Thanks, Jason! Good job, Jason! Ooh. Hello, hello? Wow, look at Jason being awesome like that. Might as well give this to Mondricardo. Because why not? Yeah. So close to using Noble Phantasms. But what, Jason? You want to help him out again? Wow, Jason! Jason's showing him how it's like to be a true fighter. Look at Jason taking down an Origin Chimera. Great job, Jason. Man, Jason's so cool. Jason is the coolest, isn't he? I will give that to Mondricardo. Wow, thanks, Jason. What a sweetheart you are, Jason. Man, I gotta make my Jason stronger. I think I got him to, what is he at right now? 80? Maybe 90? I forget. And I can't use the append skills because I don't have enough Jason tokens. Makes me kind of sad. Like, Jason, why won't you let me summon you more often in the friend pool? Like, come on. Come on. That trial was lovely.
I seriously thought I was done for. Me too. Even though I said I wasn't going to fight.
Very good. That done, I shall consider your earlier question answered.
Whoa, back up. You don't get to make that call on your own.
Oh, but unless I'm mistaken, you don't have any other questions, do you? I have one. We were told that there were other Theoscleronomia out there, named after the 12 Olympians. Do you know where we can find them? The Zeus Cleronomia and Poseidon Cleronomia are only found on Olympus. What about here in Atlantis? There should still be Athena Cleronomia somewhere here in Atlantis. Originally, the Theos Cleronomia were a fluid metal designed to reinforce and augment the gods' bodies. So the 12 Olympians went on to refine and enhance their individual Theos Cleronomia for their own purposes. Like Ares, Athena's specialty was battle. If you are able to find her nanomachines, it's possible they may open new doors for you. But of course, there is more to it than that. A mere human spirit origin cannot possibly hope to withstand the Athena Cleronomia. If any servant who is neither a divine spirit nor something close to one were to try and use these nanomachines, they would either very literally fall apart or rupture on the spot. As Icarus so demonstrated, humans who stray too close to the gods are punished. This is a fundamental law of this world.
So we can't use these Athena Cleronomia even if we manage to get our hands on them. Hang on. You said something close to divine spirit, no? Then what about a servant who possesses some form of divinity?
Yeah, Captain should be fine. I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting further. Doing so could be construed as a sign of disrespect to the gods.
Regardless, it seems clear that we must secure these nanomachines for ourselves. If Odysseus' side were to get their hands on them, they could end up becoming a threat. Then again, perhaps not.
They're already a threat. What you talking about, Holmes?
At any rate, we will need to weigh the decision of whether or not to use them very carefully. Okay, I think that's about everything we want to ask. Do you have anything you wish to ask Miss Astraea, Miss Misaki? ...
I will ask her for a training routine. They were sculpted by a servant who stayed at this temple for a while. Yes, I do. Who was the servant that made these statues? Yeah. What's the name of the servant who was staying here? Yeah, what's the name? Tell me who. Ah, your curiosity is understandable. There were two servants who were staying on this island at one point. They were from Olympias and claimed to be disciples of the foreign... No, that's not quite right. They're the ones who massacred the servants from proper human history under the guise of protecting the Tree of Emptiness. They were both alter egos.
Alter egos, you say? Then, that would be some combination of Rasputin, Limbo, and Koyanskaya. Although, while Rasputin is plausible, we encountered Limbo and Koyanskaya in Indian Rat quite recently. So I don't see how they could have been staying here at the same time. Then again, if they were using Shikigami...
Whatever are you talking about? Yes, one of them was named Rasputin. He was a horrid priest who fought with an unsavory form of martial art. But the other one did not answer to any of the names you mentioned. His body was just as finely honed as Rasputin's, but he had both a cold sharpness and a fiery intensity about him. His true name was Senji Muramasa. He was a very handsome man who had mastered 100 swords and 1,000 sword techniques. Gramps, I wished you let me summon you, Gramps. Still salty about that. Senji Muramasa? Gramps.
Not to mention Rasputin.
Nah, who cares about Rasputin? We care about Muramasa here. Well, strictly speaking, he claimed to be a pseudo-servant with Rasputin's spirit origin. But as far as I could tell, he never behaved as I would expect Rasputin to. Not once. Though he did claim to be a man of the cloth like Rasputin was.
Rasputin? As in the monster in priest clothing who chased us down at 90 kilometers an hour before firing a rocket launcher at us? There's a name I wasn't expecting to hear. Then, this would mean Senji Muramasa was one of the causes. There's something else this piece of information has made clear, though I'll have to keep it to myself for now. Astraea, would you kindly tell us more about them? As things currently stand, we have essentially no knowledge about them whatsoever.
I mean, maybe not about Rasputin, but... Gramps, we bonded in Shimosa. We totally bonded. I was totally not being a freeloader at your place. No, we bonded. Very well. I suppose I can do that. She says as the scene cuts to darkness. Delicious sink quartz. Nom 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 nom. Recollection, disciples of the foreign star. Gosh darn it, Gramps. Even more statues. How many statues did he make? Your work is truly excellent.
What, this? I'm just making them to keep occupied. Besides, I figure one statue a day ought to be good for a night's worth of food and shelter.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you can never have too many statues extolling your beauty and virtue. No, thank you. That said, there is one thing I can't help but find curious. Aren't you a servant from proper human history as well?
You bet, but right now, I'm a full-blown enemy of humanity. There's a lot of nice things about being a servant, but having no say in who your master is ain't one of them. I'm here because the foreign gods summoned me. I don't know what they look like or what they're really after. But if they want me to do a job, I'll do it. no matter how cruel or heartless it might be. Besides, I've never been one to please anybody except myself. I never cared about what was right or what was just from the first time I opened my eyes to the last time I closed them.
I see. So you only cared about pleasing yourself? And were you able to do that even once while you were still alive?
Ha! You know where to hit where it hurts, don't ya? Suppose that figures for the goddess of justice. You're right. Neither me nor this vessel I'm inhabiting now have ever once been satisfied with anything we've done. Maybe that's why I turned out to be a pseudo-servant, with the same deep down. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I'm bored. There's a guy up in Olympus who's pretty alright. Be even better if he wasn't so damn big he couldn't move. The enemy is here, Senji Muramasa. I expect this will be the last of them. Let's hurry and get this over with so we can go back to Olympus.
I kinda want to troll now. I will raise my Domon even more so I can have Domon versus Muramasa if I have to fight him. It's gonna be so weird, but at the same time, fun.
You got it, I swear. These guys never learn. Alright then. Looks like it'll just be the two of us fighting together again, huh? Of course. We have no need for reinforcements. Not when we know each other. Not when we each know the other's move so well. Given that we can tell exactly what the other wants or lacks in battle, just by standing back to back. Having Limbo come in to ostensibly help would be a net negative. Yeah. You still look weirdly happy about it. You're giving me the creeps. My apologies. While I, of course, have no memory of you, Senji Muramasa, nor of the man you've possessed who presumably has some connection to a Holy Grail war, I still find my vessel's feelings towards you both inscrutable and addictive, simultaneously similar and dissimilar to anger and joy. So what? You think we once fought each other to the death in some Holy Grail war? I expect so, yes. Yeah, you might be right about that. I'm not aware of doing it, but it seems whenever we exchange glances, I always end up with a wicked grin on my face. I'm not usually one for having someone else watch my back, but I tend to go big and wild whenever I'm swinging a sword. So it ain't bad knowing you're behind me taking care of the riffraff. Means I can really cut loose. Wonderful. That's most encouraging to hear. Very well then, let's go with that.
Ah yes, very encouraging. There must have been at least 20 servants from proper human history summoned here, and those are just the ones I counted. And yet, those two alter egos working together managed to defeat all of them. Yet another reason I cannot see your chances of victory as anything other than vanishingly small. ...
So those two servants have gone back to Olympus by now?
That's right. There was no longer any need for them to be here, now that Odysseus has arrived.
What about Odysseus? Do you have any information on him? Hephaestus refused to tell us anything about him, said he was scared of being found out.
Alright, very well. I suppose I can tell you as a little bonus. I've only met Odysseus once, when he paid my island a visit. And I remember that he knew far, far more about proper human history than I expected. His wasn't the sort of knowledge one acquires through reading, or listening, or even personal experience. It was very much as if he'd drained it directly out of someone, without leaving so much as a drop. Now I'm just imagining him going up to like, delicious. Look at this juice pack. It's called brain juice. Let me drink this. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Oh, memories flooding my mind. What is this? Proper human history.
I see.
Well, it looks like this is goodbye. Farewell, everyone.
Wait, stop. Just a moment.
What is it now? I've already answered every question I'm obligated to. Any more than this will throw off my scales balance.
But please, just one last thing. It's important. Can we win this? Really? You're just straight up asking that?
Your odds are slim for sure. Even if you do manage to overcome Atlantis, Olympus still awaits. And it's not a matter of who has the superior numbers. That is, between ordinary humans like yourselves and gods whose lifespans range over 10,000 years. You simply reside on completely different conceptual planes of existence. ...
But of course.
But of course. But of course, that's not the question you should be asking.
Huh?
You all came here in the first place because you've made a decision to destroy this world. And why wouldn't you? You're literally fighting for your right to exist. To put it another way, if you don't fight, you die. I'd say that makes winning or losing a secondary concern at best. After all, if you didn't want to fight and you didn't want to lose, you were better off deciding not to fight in the first place. But you made your decision and chose to fight, so now, that's all that's left to do. You may not be fighting for a just cause, but you still mean to fight, don't you? Then shape up already.
You're right. I'm sorry. I can't argue with that. Slim though our chances of victory may be, that's no excuse to throw in the towel.
At the risk of repeating myself, let me be perfectly clear. Every living god in this world is your enemy. I would strongly advise you to keep that in mind. Thanks, Astraea. Thank you so much for helping us. There's no need to thank me. From this point forth, you and I may as well be perfect strangers. Goodbye. Bye, Astraea.
Alright, next stop, Thetis Island. For real this time. Cast off!
Yeah, for reals this time, Jason. Totally. Watch us end up in someplace else entirely.
Never mind, there it is, Thetis Island.
Wow, we actually made it here. Amazing. But wow. How do I feel about Odysseus in this Lostbelt? I'm not sure what to think of him. He's a good commander, I think. Or at least he seems like a good commander. And terrifyingly powerful at that too. He's able to hunt us down so easily. Big oof. Huff. 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 Hey you. You think you're gonna be okay, Paris? No, I don't. Wah. I only just woke up. Why is this happening? I've synced up with this Lostbelt, and I just finished downloading information about it. Those guys are Atlantis border guards, and they're not looking to take you alive, so be careful. How exactly am I supposed to be careful here, Lord Apollo? Good question. Beats me. I guess I gotta rescue him. Oh, but I don't recommend surrendering. They'll just cut off your head as soon as they get close enough. Couldn't you have said that sooner, you big jerk? That means I've got no choice but to fight back. I've never ever used Paris to fight. Alright, take this. The border guard didn't even flinch. Whoops. Looks like your bow's just not strong enough to hurt them. They're powered up with god fluids, aka Theos Clearnomia, so fighting back might not get you too far. The way they worded that, god fluids. Ah yes, that's how you become powerful. Just drink some god fluids. Mmm, delicious. Anu, hello, thank you. Karen came home pretty nice, like, easily. Like, thank you, Karen, my new bestie. Gross. There's got to be a better way to say that. Relax, it's just some fluid metal. Nanomachines, nothing more. No need to be concerned. How is any of that supposed to put me at ease? Now look, they went and cornered us while you were blabbing on about stupid nonsense. Well, that's not good. Not good? This is terrible. Wah! Save me, brother! Huh?
Damn. Even after becoming a servant, you're still just a kid.
It can't be.
What's with the look? I'm here to rescue you, you know? Go on, find somewhere to hide. I'll take care of these guys.
You're freaking Achilles.
Oh? Do you know who I am?
As if I could ever forget. I'm...
Ah well. Once you've been a heroic spirit as long as I have, you get used to some servants just knowing your name. Anyway, sorry to do this, but I'm gonna have to literally kick you out of here for a bit.
My name's Ah! Wah! He literally yeeted Paris. Bye.
Alright. Now that the interloper's out of the way, I can start taking my anger out on you guys in earnest. Sorry, but there's no way any of you are walking away from this. I'm way too pissed off to go easy on you.
And now begins the fight? Ah yes, fight. And I have to use Achilles, that's fine. Achilles can do the thing, I believe in him. Poor Paris. I want to go for the border guard first, because border guard... Why not? Whee! Good job, Achilles. I like how it just lowered his defense, as one do. To assert dominance. Well, might as well do that now. This too. And of course, this one. And now, go, go, go! All quick. That makes it even more awkward since Paris is like, brother, save me! And then of course the guy who destroyed his brother appears. That's a big oof. That makes it so awkward. And then being yeeted. Oh wait, there's another one? Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Hello, border guard B. Well, time to bonk you. Come on, you got this, Achilles. Good job. Very, very nice. Ha! Ha. Damn, that didn't help me feel better at all. Whoa, whoa. What do you think you're doing back here after I just saved you? I mean, I do feel bad about kicking you out of there, even if it was an emergency, but... It's not that. It's not that at all. I didn't want you to rescue me, not you of all people. Huh? Wait, no way. Don't tell me you're... That's right. It's me, Paris. So it is you. But what the hell? You don't look anything like I remember. Believe me, I've been wondering about that myself. I have no idea why I look how I did in my shepherd days. What's going on here, Lord Apollo? Why did I materialize like this? Because this point in your life was your prime, of course. Prime cuteness, that is. I mean, this is probably the prime cuteness, not gonna lie. Was that last part really necessary? Hey, is that Apollo? As in, one of the 12 Olympians? Well, yes. But... Does this mean you're on Olympus's side, you little bastard? What? No. Sorry, but you'll have to forgive me if I can't just take your word for it. Well, what about you? You're the son of Thetis, and she's a god. Lord Apollo, please lend me your aid once more. I need your help to do battle with Achilles. Well, I guess every human is bound to make foolish mistakes now and then. Alright, whether this is all a big misunderstanding or not, I'll give you a hand. Fortunately for you, Achilles is weakened right now. And since you're powered up with Theros Clarinomia, you've got a real chance of beating him. Got it. Shh. So you are on Olympus's side. I knew it. Alright then, fine with me. I already swore an oath to fight to my death anyway. Here I come. Bring it. Well, I gotta get here before they kill each other, so then that way I can bring them both to my side. The more allies, the merrier. I shall fight now. Unless I am fighting them, then oof. Well, we're here. Ugh, why did it have to be Achilles, damn it? Not that I met him when I was alive or anything, I can just tell from his legends that I'm gonna hate the guy. He's a sort who'll be all, "Hey Jason, mind spotting me for a sandwich, bro?" And then never pay me back. I like how specific that example is. "Hey Jason, mind spotting me for a sandwich, bro?" Come on. He's really not like that. You think so? Well, honestly, that's pretty much the impression I've got of him too. I've never seen him before, but he sounds like the bold and unabashed type, with a lot of stubble and a booming laugh. An abashed type with a lot of stubble and a booming laugh. Would that be like Iskandar type? Is what he's imagining? maybe? Or Napoleon?
Though again, I've never seen him before.
That's not what I remember him being like.
Pardon me, but our sensors just detected what appear to be small-scale explosions. Looks like it. Sounds like people fighting. And I'm pretty sure I hear swords changing, or swords clanging. If someone is fighting on this island, there's an excellent chance that someone is Achilles.
Come on, let's go. Understood.
Damn it, I really don't like this, but I guess we've got no choice.
We're coming, Achilles. We will save you.
This kid's a lot stronger than he looks.
You're the one person I refuse to lose to.
Whoa. Damn it, I always hated this guy's skill with a bow, even when he was still alive.
You're going to pay for killing my brother.
Yeah, that's it. Kick his ass. He's gotta be on Olympus' side anyway. Me on Olympus' side? Don't even joke about that. Then again, maybe that's too much to ask, seeing how you look like a bad joke yourself. How dare you? I'm no joke. I'm Apollo. Yeah, you're right. This isn't a joke. Having a shitty god like you as some kind of freakish mascot is a goddamn nightmare.
Don't be rude. I know it doesn't look great, but this is actually a real power move for God.
That just makes it worse.
Okay, you're not wrong about that. Come on, Paris. You can at least try to stand up for me. I've just accepted this as being what gods are like for a long time now. Besides, it's cute in its own way.
Ah yes, cuteness is justice. I agree. Ugh. This is all throwing me off my game. Alright, I didn't want to have to use this. But now that I'm sensing more people headed this way, I'm gonna have to hurry up and finish you guys off. Watch out, Paris.
Got it. I'm picking up magical energy. He's going to use his noble phantasm.
Xanthos, Balios, Pegasus, come to me. A chariot, so he's a rider. I've got you now. Trials, Drago. Stop! That's enough! Stop, you two! Break it up, break it up. Damn it, I missed.
I managed to dodge it. Yay for evade.
Who are you?
I'm from Chaldea. I'm a master from proper human history. Proper human history?
Guess that means we're on the same side then. So, you're not enemies?
That's right. At least, I hope not.
What about you? Seeing how you were apparently just fighting to the death, is one of you a Lostbelt servant? Actually, hold on. Which one of you is Achilles? I am. Okay, then who are you?
Alright. Well, it may be presumptuous of me to say this. I'm one of the heroes of Troy from proper human history. My true name is Paris, and I'm an archer.
Huh? You mean you're a proper human history hero?
That's what I've been saying all along. Wait, did I say that?
No, you didn't. Ugh, damn it. All that fighting for nothing. Shh, now my wound's acting up.
Are you okay?
Oh, thanks, but don't worry about healing me. This wound can't be cured. Seriously? What? Did a harpy cut you or something? I wish. No. I got shot through my heel.
That's awful.
Assuming that's the same heel as your fatal weak point in your otherwise immortal body. Are you sure you'll be alright now that it's been shot? Yeah, I'm okay for now. But I'm about 70% slower than usual, and I'll die if something shatters my spirit core in this condition. Usually, the only things that can hurt me are God, someone descended from a god, or a divine construct.
Oh yes, I remember. It made it really hard to kill you. Is that sheep talking? No, we're used to talking sheep. Think about Santa Altera. And her talking sheep bag. Mount. Thing. Oh.
I've got a nasty feeling about this, so let's just clear things up now. You there, sheep. Who the hell are you?
Hey there, my name's Apollo. I'm Artemis's brother, and one of the 12 Olympians.
Then, you are our enemy!
Wait, please. This Lord Apollo isn't like the other gods, I promise. He's different. He's built different. You know, I think Hephaestus may have said something about this. Let's see. I think he said the gods who stood with us were Hephaestus, Athena, Hestia, Ares, Hades, and Apollo. Right, Apollo, the sun god. They're all supposed to have been on humanity's side.
Not to mention that, strictly speaking, I'm not one of this Lostbelt's 12 Olympians either. So, you're the Apollo from proper human history then? That's a big affirmative. What's more, I just downloaded the data from this Lostbelt. So now I'm a god who stands at proper human history and who has full access to this Lostbelt's information. So if there's anything you want to know about this Lostbelt's deities, I'm your sheep, god. Whatever your question might be, I'll barf up the answer, quick as you please.
Please don't barf it up. Please just say it. No barfing, please. Are you sure you don't mean cough up?
Nope, barf. You know how sheep have 4 stomachs? Well, one of mine is just for data.
Well, that's good to know. A stomach for data. What are the other stomachs for then? Please don't vomit when you're sitting on top of my head.
Relax, I'm just kidding. Shh, that's a proper human history god, alright. There's no way a god from here would still be so irritatingly cheerful. Hell, that kind of cheer would be the first thing they got rid of. So I really did wear myself out for nothing.
How do you think I feel? Is there some bad blood between you two or something? Aren't these two? Nah, it's my first time meeting them technically. Is there some bad blood between you two or something? Yes, Master. You could say that. During the Trojan War, Paris is the one who shot Achilles through his heel, killing him, to avenge his brother Hector.
Yup, it's true. Of course, back then, he had at least a few more centimeters on him than he does now.
At least a few more centimeters, so I'm just imagining him being like 3 more centimeters taller than that. But my height's got nothing to do with anything. Anyway, that aside, how come you don't seem to care at all that I killed you?
Why would I? I knew I was prophesied to die young. And given how I'd chosen to live out my life as a hero,
I had to, sneeze real quick. Gosh darn it, allergies.
And given how I'd chosen to live my life as a hero, I kinda expected I'd die in that war. And that's pretty much why I was able to fight as hard as I could, right up to the moment I died. So if I don't seem all broken up about you being the one who killed me, that's why.
Humph.
Alright, never mind all that, Achilles. Are you willing to help us? Help you? Well, I am a proper human history servant and all. So yeah, of course I'll help. Though I'm not quite as strong as I used to be, since I'm not immortal anymore. How about you, Paris?
I'll help you all too, of course. I mean, please, let me help you. You said you were a master, right? Yep, I'm Misaki. And by the way, I met your brother Hector. He was on Jason's side in another place. A certain singularity. Cough, cough. Okeanos, cough, cough. Got it. Okay, Lady Misaki. I recognize you as my master, and vow to serve you to the best of my ability.
Man, for someone so small, you sure are a huge stick in the mud. Anyway, it's good to meet you guys. Pardon the intrusion. Sherlock Holmes, consulting detective. A question for you, Achilles, if I may. Do you still have your armor and shield? My armor and shield? You mean the armor and shield my mother had Hephaestus make for me?
Right. We've been looking for you in the hope of finding that same armor and shield.
Gotcha. Well, unfortunately, I don't have the shield anymore. But I do still have the armor. So, what do you need them for?
Well, we wanna build something with them.
Now I see. You want to make my armor and shield into a divine construct I can use to take down Artemis, huh? Sorry, but there's no way that's happening.
Huh? What? Why not?
Look, I don't mind giving you the armor. I don't even need it anymore. But like I said earlier, I'm a good deal weaker than I used to be thanks to my heel being literally shot. Sure, I can still call my chariot, but I really don't think I could survive riding it up to orbit at hypersonic speed. Plus, and this is just my warrior's intuition speaking, but trying to take down Artemis in anything less than perfect condition, especially with an injury like this, well, I don't think I'd have a chance of beating her. Then what are we supposed to do? If we don't have a way to get past Artemis, we'll have no hope of making it to the Tree of Emptiness. Hold up! You said you can still manifest your armor, right? Yeah. Then what if we bring that armor to Hephaestus and ask him to make it into a bow and arrow? Huh? A bow and arrow? Aha! Now I got you. True, the armor was forged by Hephaestus himself, so it definitely qualifies as a fully fledged divine artifact. And if you guys want to remake it into something else, I don't have a problem with it. But can you even do that?
We can manage as long as we have Lord Hephaestus helping us. I think.
Well, either way, I wasn't planning on using it myself. So, who's gonna fire this bow?
I will. Good job, Paris. I believe in you.
I'm afraid I can't recommend that, Paris.
Why not?
Because it would be impossible for you. You could push yourself so hard, your spirit origin starts to crack, and you still wouldn't hold a candle to Orion in terms of power.
Ouch.
You wouldn't even be able to knock an arrow to a divine construct bow, let alone fire it. Not even with my help.
I see.
So that just leaves me. You sure about this, Orion? Even we know that Artemis is your, well, I'm fully aware of that, Achilles. Even so, I'm willing to go ahead with this. Let me just ask you one stupid question. Are you doing this because it's the right thing to do? No, it's got nothing to do with that. This is about responsibility. Gotcha. In that case, the armor's all yours. Besides, I wasn't gonna use it anyway. Then we're done here, yes? Great. Let's hurry up and go see Hephaestus. Right on.
Wait, what? Huh? Excuse me? I'm coming too. Please let me come with you.
Oh, are we sure we can rely on this kid? That's... Welp, never mind. Here they come.
Are those...
You guys must have fought some of them before, right? Those are Atlantis border guards. You know, this works out nicely. Why don't you give Paris here a shot to see how he fares against them? As for me, well, you already know I've got what it takes, right? Holy hell! He's like a walking mountain of confidence.
What? Where do you get off signing me up for something like that without even asking? That said, it does seem like it'd be a good chance to show off what I can do, so I don't have a problem with it.
Don't worry, I'll lend you a hand if you need it.
Don't bother. I won't need your help. I won't. I believe in you, Paris. Yeah, I believe in you. Ha 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 ha. No worries. You have the class advantage, my boy. Yeah, you got this. No fear. Plus, I have my other party members, so it's fine. Of course, they have wyverns on their side. I shouldn't have expected anything less. That is funny how they have wyverns on their side. As one do. I mean, why not have wyverns as your allies too? I would if I could. Like, that'd be nice. I shall lower this dude's HP while raising Arjuna's gauge. Yeah, Arjuna's ready. Ouch! The enemies are smart for going after Arjuna. They know he's powerful. They feel fear. The fear has been properly instilled. Now go, go, go!
Power of Buster.
Great job, Arjuna. I mean, great job, Paris. Look at Paris doing the thing. Wow, I love that protection. That is really powerful. Now I shall lower the attack of, the HP of this dude. Go, Musashi, go! What 5-star am I getting from the second selector? I gotta think about that. Lots and lots of thinking. Oof, now let's see how this will go. I will do this for you, Musashi. And for you, Arjuna, here you go. And might as well, cause why not? Now Musashi. Nice. was pretty good. And again, more protection. Achilles, why can't you give me protection like that too? Gosh darn it. He is biased. Now I can do this way, it's fine. Honestly, I would use a 5-star ticket for NP level out of love if it was someone I really, really loved. Really out of love. And I shall go after this one first. Actually, no, this one right now. And then have Paris do the thing. NP7 Hokusai, yo, that is true love. And terrifying. Goodbye, Arjuna. Paris is basically immortal right now here. Look at Paris, full HP and everything. Now go, go, go! Time to see how you work, Paris. Great job, Paris. Nice. Well, Paris just showed how awesome he is. Phew. There you go. Looking good, Paris. Meh. It'll do. What do you mean, meh, Achilles? Look at how good he did. Who asked you? Hey, I've got a right to voice my opinion. You killed me, remember? I mean, back when we were alive. I remember. I also remember how you killed my brother, at least back when we were alive. Alright, you two. There's no call for this. The fact is, you're both dead now, okay? Ouch, but yeah, I guess you're right. Paris, I won't say we should be friends, but we can at least work together. Yeah, that's fair. There you go. Shaking on it is the first step to making up. I don't think I'll really be of much help, but I hope that's okay. No worries, you can be emotional support, Paris. Don't worry, you will. You're a lot more helpful than me, that's for sure. I'll say, just take a look at her. The only thing she's good for is killing people with their backs turned. Though of course, without my crew here, I'm just as useless as she is. Hey, who are you calling useless? Jason? Nah, Jason, you're the greatest emotional support, Jason, the best cheerleader on my squad. Hey, would you lay off the one-man show, please? Nah, one-man show Jason is great. Oh ho, interesting. Honestly, you didn't make a great first impression, but you're actually a lot more approachable than I thought. Oh no, I'm not. Now stay away from me. I can already tell we'll mix like oil and water. Now, you've really got my interest. Crap, he's just as bright and cheery as I imagined. There's no way I can get along with him. Mangicardo? Oh man, you're letting me go already? Huh? Letting you go? I mean, never mind. More importantly... Hey, Paris? Sir? Just Paris is fine. What is it, Mangicardo? Oh, okay.
Well, I was just kind of curious about something. Mayhaps you could, um, pray tell me what Lord Hector was like?
What's going on? You're a bundle of nerves. Why are you talking like that? What's going on?
Well, of course I am. I mean, Hector has been my idol pretty much forever.
Of course, I'd be glad to tell you all about Big Brother's many wonderful qualities. Oh, that's adorable.
Awesome.
First off, he was impeccably handsome. Handsome like Diarmuid on his best day. Okay, sure. I mean, his helmet shone like no one else's.
Go on. I think I'd better give them some space before I'm tempted to get a dig in. To get in a dig. Otherwise, I think I could inadvertently end up sparking a serious bloodbath.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm curious as to what else Paris is gonna say. I want to listen in. Achilles, could I talk to you for a moment? Mash?
Fine with me.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you more about what you said earlier, about how you were able to fight until you died. People don't live forever. The meaning we find in our lives tend to be something we learn after the fact, which is why we try to face life head on and live each day as best as we can.
Makes sense.
But even so, knowing your death is imminent and not just at some vague, uncertain point in the future, well, it sounds terrifying to me, so I wanted to ask you, how could you stay unafraid of death, Achilles? Is it because you were a hero?
Yeah, maybe. Some people become heroes by saving others' lives, and some become heroes by taking them. Unfortunately, I was one of the latter, so I knew I was never going to be afforded a peaceful death. And sure enough, back when I was alive...
That's when Hector said, Lord Apollo, would you mind doing your impression?
Whoa, come on now. What's the point in cornering an old man? You fell for it, didn't you? Oh man, that's just badass!
Wait, what are they talking about? I want to know the story. And ooh, hello, hello. How was your stream, Ara? Seriously, what is this story Paris telling him?
That carefree kid laughing it up over there, along with the god sitting on his head, ended up taking me down. But you know, I don't mind that I died how I did. It might not have been peaceful, but it was still satisfying.
Ooh. Finally out of tutorial difficulty? Were you able to do any summons? Heh heh heh.
Plus, since I was this big hero who was so famous, now I get to be summoned like this. Mash, you and Misaki are both gonna die and go your separate ways at some point. That's just a fact. But that doesn't have to be anytime soon. My life being so short is why I died without any regrets. And I'm able to fight again now to help ensure you two can live good, long lives. Hell, if I have to, I'm even willing to die here again to make that happen.
Ooh, congratulations for the awesome summon. Do you think you're going to die here?
Well, I can't say for sure. It's more intuition than anything else. But, how can I put this? Let's just say I don't think I'm gonna get to say goodbye after everything here has been wrapped up nice and neat. But hey, if you like having me around, you can always just summon me again. Do that, and I'll die for you as many times as you like.
Okay, Achilles. Sure, you can spook my Chaldea. Do it. I dare you. That's not usually the kind of thing you say with a smile. Don't worry about that. I'm just glad you're here now. Yeah, that's not usually the kind of thing you say with a smile, my dude.
It is for me. Long as my heel hasn't been shot, I'm an invincible one-man army. Hey, Magicardo. I'm gonna bring up the rear for a while, so I'd like you to stay close to Master in the meantime. Right. Got it.
You really admire Hector, don't you, Magicardo?
Hell yeah, I do!
I can actually see the stars in your eyes. Whoa, you're actually glowing. Such a big fanboy. Understandable, though. Getting to meet, like, the relative of an idol, I guess.
I am? Well, this is my idol we're talking about.
It's like when Dr. Roman talked about Magimari.
Far as I'm concerned, there's no greater hero than Hector. So, if I ever get a chance to meet him, well, I want to be able to face him with pride.
Aww. I hope he's having fun at my Chaldea then, with Hector. They can be besties. Paris will introduce them and it'll be so cute. Yeah, that'll be adorable.
Alright. We now have the material we need to make a divine construct, which means we're one step closer to giving Artemis some well-deserved payback. This feeling. Gah!
What is it, Lord
Yao.
Irk.
Ow, 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 ow.
What's happening?
God damn it, it's the same thing as before, remember? We were told the next piece of information would become accessible once we got the materials for the divine construct. Ugh, this is the freaking worst. My ears are still ringing.
Well, at least we know where to find Hephaestus.
Very good. Then if you would kindly tell us the coordinates, I'll have Captain Nemo put them up on the map.
Sure. Hephaestus is right around...
Here. Right in the heart of the Great Labyrinth on Percy Island. Hephaestus is at the very end of the path that winds through the massive, intricate maze of the Minotaur. Well, his forge unit anyway. Okay, looking at the map, it should take us about 2 days to reach Percy Island. We'll stop at a smaller island on the way to rest up. Then we'll keep going until we found him.
I'd also like you to get more of Hephaestus' nanomachines. About 3 servants worth if you can. According to my calculations, that should be enough to completely restore the border. No, not just restore it, to let it be reborn. I even drew up some blueprints for its new design. Take a look.
I'm afraid I don't quite know what I'm looking at.
And of course, it'll call for a new name change as well. It won't just be borrowing my Nautilus's name anymore. It'll be a new vessel, one better suited for your journey. Though, of course, that's all still a nice daydream at this point.
Well, this is Hephaestus' own temple we're talking about. I'd say the odds of it having enough nanomachines for 3 servants are better than even. Probably anyway. Okay, let's get back to the ship and get ready to set sail. And as soon as that's done, I'm taking a well-deserved cat nap.
Cat nap? Now I'm imagining Catboy Jason. But servants don't need to sleep.
I might be a servant, but I'm also making full use of my brain every hour of the day. So it's only natural I need to take a break. And some sweets to I mean, so it's only natural I need a break and some sweets to recharge.
Are you sure that's true? But alright, I'll bake you some cookies or something once we're back on the ship. Can I have some cookies too?
Good. That's what I like to hear. Alright, this may be a little unnecessary by now, but my name is Achilles. I might not be in peak condition right now thanks to my heel being shot, but I swear on my mother and my father alike that I'm willing to give everything I have to help humanity. Hey, what are you waiting for? Go on. Introduce yourself properly.
Right. My name is Paris, and I'm an archer. I, may not even remotely compare to Orion, but I promise I'll at least do my very best. Thank you for having me. Oh, one last thing. I also hate Achilles.
Was that last bit really necessary?
Yes, it was.
Oh well, that's okay. The main thing is that we're both in the same boat now, figuratively and very soon, literally. And that means we're part of the same crew, even if we hate each other.
Well, yeah, I guess. I'm surprised by how pragmatic they're being about this.
Well, for better or for worse, heroes from ancient times are used to killing each other. There's more than a few Celtic heroes like that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course, I doubt it's as easy as when they have ideological differences, like Edison and Tesla. How can you be so indifferent when I'm still not over it?
Humph. As Achilles said, we're all in the same boat now, and that boat, literally the last hope for humanity's survival, is on the verge of sinking. So whatever your differences might have been before, you're going to have to leave them all behind before you come on board.
Jason's gonna be babysitting now. Delicious Saint Quartz. Man, I want some cookies too, I'm jealous. Sun Ocean. You know, I can do the Sun Ocean, then eat. Suffering and pleasure are life's medicine for relief. Is that really the medicine for relief? I don't want the suffering. I'll take the pleasure, but not the suffering. Ooh, it's dark. Sonar has contact. Looks like nanomachines. Looks like nanomachine enhanced Lamia. Lots of them. All servants on standby. Prepare to deploy for battle.
What, seriously? Oh, alright. Achilles! Yeah? Paris has shown us what he can do, but you can't say the same. If you really are able to fight, then you shouldn't have any problem proving it to us. Master,
What's up?
now that Jason said his piece, I want to know what you think. Huh? You're roping her into this too? Hell yeah, I am. I don't go around just serving anyone who barks orders at me.
I'd like to see you fight too, as long as your heel's okay.
That's what you're worried about, huh? I can't say it's not slowing me down, but it's not gonna stop me from wiping the floor with a bunch of weaklings. Huh! Feels a little weird to be floating on water, but it's nothing I can't handle. Okay, kiddies, time to learn why I was renowned as the strongest hero of the Trojan War. Here I go!
For the record, the strongest hero of the Trojan War was my brother, Hector. Hey, look at Achilles go! So overpowered that it's a dark screen. Ah yes, now time to use him in battle.
How many enemies will there be? There's lots of Lamias, they said. I'm guessing 6. Yep, 3 first and then 3 later, probably. I want to use all Buster, because why not? Power Buster. But it's not just Lamias, there's also the Charybdis. Those sea stars. Oh, I hate the NP loss so much. Can you just not do that? Thanks. I will go after the Origin Lami over here with Musashi to gain her gauge too. Because why not? The more the merrier. Good job, Musashi. Ouch. And I will use all not all Musashi actually. I'll do it this way. Go, Musashi, go. Good job, Musashi. And I mean, wow, look at how good Achilles is doing. Achilles is so pro. Look at him fighting. Yes, it is all him. All Achilles, definitely. Wow, Achilles, you're so cool. Okay, Guts is good. Let me do this way. And I will believe in the power of Buster. Go, go, go! Great job, Arjuna Achilles. And look at Musashi Achilles doing the thing. Achilles was totally not just standing there menacingly. Nice. He has proved himself worthy as a warrior. And done. Well, Master, what you think? I might not be at my best, but my speed and strength are still nothing to sneeze at, right? That was perfect. That wasn't your best, really? Nope, at my true speed, you wouldn't be able to see me at all. The fact that I was visible at all just proves how weakened I still am. Well, here, have a heal just in case. Oh, my command spells. Huh? I mean, I wasn't all that hurt, and I would have healed up on my own in a little while anyway. But thanks, I appreciate it. Are you okay, Master? I got a little dizzy. Using a Mystic Code again immediately after battle really takes a lot out of you. Well, you alright there? Here, Senpai, lean on me. I'll take you back to your room. You sure that was just a Mystic Code skill? Why am I so out of it then? Oof. I thought the command spells would be the one that would make me tired, but no. I guess Mystic Codes and like, oh, I'ma pass out. While command spells, I could be like, jump, and use all of them and it's fine. Thanks. Thanks, Mash. Hey, you got a minute? What's up, Manjicardo? Well,
Well, what? Oh, oh. Phew. I'm okay. Thanks, Fo. Is that Mash? Come in. Wonder who that could be. Come in.
Hey, got a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I just felt like having a chat. Servant to master. Besides, I never finished my story. No, see, that's the thing. I did find it, just like I wanted to. But before we get back to my stupid antics, and I apologize in advance if I'm way off base or out of line here. But do you think you might be being a little overeager? No, wait, that's not clear at all, is it? What I mean is, are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard? Or trying to act more positive than you feel? I ask because I couldn't help but notice. When you healed Achilles earlier, you looked like you were pushing yourself way too hard, especially after you were already tired from fighting. I even worked up the courage to ask Da Vinci about it. And she said you usually don't heal servants after a battle like that at all. So it sounds like before, you usually had a pretty good idea when to save your strength and when to go all out. Well, if something changed, I'm sure there's a reason, and it might not really be my place to pry. But if it's okay with you, maybe we could talk about it? We, might have something in common.
I've been feeling some strange urgency ever since we got to this Lostbelt. How so? Well, I've been feeling some strange urgency ever since we got to this Lostbelt, like everything's gonna go poof. I wonder why.
Urgency? Huh. So that's why you haven't been acting like yourself. Sorry. Sorry for what I'm about to say is kind of rude. Like I told you before, I'm a supporting character in the Legend of Charlemagne. Sure, there's some stories that focus on my personal exploits. But in the end, I'm just an adversary there to be defeated. So really, I'm just strong enough to make the battle compelling, that's all. Hell, the only reason I'm a rider is because I stole a horse more famous than me.
Ouch, that's the only reason why? That is big ouch.
Brigliadoro was his name. If it wasn't for that story, I might never have been summoned at all. Basically, you see,
You're saying that as a fellow weakling, you understand what I'm going through? You're saying you know what it's like to be weak. Like me? Ouch. You're saying that as a fellow weakling, you understand what I'm going through? I guess.
Well, yeah. Don't get me wrong though, I don't actually think you're weak. I know Mash doesn't either. But as a hero with a hell of an inferiority complex, well, let's just say like recognizes like.
You might be right. I want to say you're wrong, but you might be right.
I knew it. Guess my intuition's not completely useless after all. That other master, Kristaria, right?
He was pretty amazing, wasn't he?
No way, not even a little.
It's okay if we're weak as a mage. None as a person, we are powerful. We wrestled with a goddess. We punched a demon god. We went through Bunny Skahawk's training. We are true warriors.
Listen, Master. That guy is just like me. He's nothing special. When you're really strong, you can live your life elegantly, and you never have to make any hard choices. When he attacked us, I was nearly knocked out cold and almost taken out of commission for good. But But you kept your wits about you, and above all, you survived. That's what I call amazing. Listen, a guy like me, I'll never measure up to the likes of Achilles or Heracles. Hell, while I wish it wasn't the case, I don't think I can even beat Ruggiero, no matter how many times I fight him. As for why that is, well, it's kind of a long story. I went on an adventure. I swore I was going to become a hero, the likes of which has never been seen before. One with tales of daring do so dazzling they'd make the whole world gasp in awe. I traveled near and far, and at long last, I found the sacred sword I've been looking for. But you essentially stole it, Magicardo. You have no more rightful claim to it than a stray dog to a dead man's bones. It wasn't the incredible reward I thought I'd find at the end of my adventure. All I did was snatch something a love-crazed knight threw away, like a dog rooting through a dumpster. Hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Haven't you ever heard that saying, my dude? Roland had thrown Durandal away, and I'd taken it for myself. I did run into some trouble when I found it, but that didn't matter. They said it was no different than if I'd stolen it. Once I defeated Zerbino and won the sword from him, I went around bragging about being the hero who had it all. And I was so hopped up on the excitement of getting the legendary sword for myself that I didn't think twice about it. As for what happened next, well, I think I'll just give you the short version. I lost to Bradamante's lover, Ruggiero. I was wearing Hector's armor, wielding Durandal, and I still couldn't beat him. Sure, Ruggiero was a hell of a hero, and he did have a demonic sword. Demonic sword, extra badass. But there's no doubt my weapon was better. I think that's probably why I didn't bring that sword with me when I was summoned as a servant. Because in exchange for that sword, I gave up something I shouldn't have. Something important. I know how you feel. Gotcha. Well then, it was worth embarrassing myself. Anyway, getting back to my main point. Just to be totally clear, we never once thought you were third-rate. But if, in spite of that, you're thinking of yourself as powerless, or that you've got to do anything, to prove that you've got what it takes, well, you're just plain wrong. So, it would be better if I didn't do anything? No, it's not that. That's not what I mean. I mean, you've already more than proven it. You being here, standing with us servants, the decisions you make. Even if you can't help but think everything you do is third-rate at best. I have nothing but respect for it. So, it's fine if I mess up? So you won't get mad if I make a mistake? So it's fine if I mess up? Okay, maybe not exactly fine, but I can always bail you out if I have to. Thanks, Mondricardo. I feel better now. Mondricardo's a cool dude. Sure thing. I'm glad to hear that. If you'd been all, how's this maudlin guy trying to cheer me up supposed to help? I'd have jumped straight into my spirit form and never looked back. I'd never say something like that. Good point. You wouldn't, would you? Ah, crap. I probably shouldn't be this frank with you, seeing as how you're my master and all. I don't mind. But it's so, improper and stuff. Really, it's fine.
You should see some of the others in Chaldea.
Well, if you insist, but it still doesn't seem right to me. I mean, being this frank with each other is usually something reserved for friends and such.
I guess that makes us friends then.
Friends? But I'm like this mopey, awkward downer. And a third-rate servant, and a bad guy, at least as far as Charlemagne's side is concerned. If you go around calling me your friend, people are gonna start throwing rocks at you and stuff.
I don't think that'll be an issue. Even if that happens, don't friends stick up for each other?
Ah, that's right! I forgot that this master's most endearing quality is the way she gets along with pretty much everyone. So of course she'd go along with being friends if I suggested it.
Monjicardo?
Yes, I mean, okay, I hear you. Then, I guess from now on, you and I are officially friends. Although, in that case, it'd probably be weird if I called you Master, huh?
Just call me Misaki. Or whatever you want to call me, really, because a lot of people in Chaldea just call me stuff like Chanmas.
Well, I think I'll still have to go with Master in battle and such, or it'll seriously throw me off, but... okay then, in general, I'll call you, Misaki. From now on. Just don't blame me if you regret this later.
I won't.
Alright, if you're sure. Okay, Misaki. Make sure to stay warm and get plenty of sleep, okay? Great, now I sound more like a parent than a friend.
Good night, buddy. Good night, Monjicardo. Good night, buddy, pal, bestie.
Gah! That hit me way harder than I thought.
I think I'm gonna sleep really well tonight. Am I sleeping on the floor? My bed is not being used unless I have 2 beds in my room. I mean, sleeping on the floor is fine. I do that every so often. It's comfy enough. I see the sky. It is daytime.
And ever since that day, I vowed to never stop loving hidden eyes for as long as I lived.
I missed the story. Aw, so sad. That was quite the tale of adventure, wasn't it, Master? I had no idea there was such a sad backstory to, that. Crying too hard to speak. I want to hear the story. I'm upset with myself for not showing more of the story. Gosh darn it. Crying too hard to speak. Here, you can use this hanky. Though, you know, this is quite the adventure we're on right now, too. I certainly never experienced anything like this back when I was alive. This may be inappropriate for me to say, but I'm having a great deal of fun. There's nothing inappropriate about that. I am too. Minus the part of almost dying multiple times. Yay. I'm glad you feel the same way.
Usually, we only get a single life to live. That's a one-time only adventure in its own right. You know, if it's not too improper of me to ask, what is it you guys really want to do here? Oh, and I don't mean the obvious things, like defeating this Lostbelt, helping Master, and saving the world. I mean other more personal kind of things if you have any. I figured sharing them could add to the fun.
Huh? I'm not sure. I mean, I definitely do want to be useful to Master. you're talking about things apart from that, right?
Exactly. The more selfish, the better in this case. For example, in my case, I'm hoping I get to meet the beautifully hidden eyes of the love of my life. Gotcha. If nothing else, you definitely know what you like, don't you? Oh, yes. Let's see, what do I want? This is tougher than I thought. My wish is to make a new friend I can just be myself with. Already came true, so...
It did? Does that mean you're now friends with Orion and Achilles?
Nah, nothing like that. Those guys are just colleagues. Anyway, I remember now. All I want's the same thing I've always wanted. To be a great knight. Oh, that's a surprise. You may have been portrayed as a villain in The Legend of Charlemagne, but I was under the impression you were already a fully fledged knight who had been on grand adventures. Well, I guess I did accomplish enough that I could be all humble and say something like, oh, it wasn't that big a deal. No, that's not good enough. I'm gonna stick with wanting to become a great knight. I see. Well, seeing as your hidden eye's depth is E rank, I don't think you'll need any words of encouragement from me. Yeah. Wait, what's hidden eye's depth? How about you, Miss Corday? If you could do anything in the world, what would it be?
I don't think I should be free to do whatever I want. You don't?
Well, that's a unique perspective. And why do you think that?
Isn't it obvious? The whole reason I ended up as a servant is because I thought freely. It looks like Mash already knows what I'm talking about. I don't have any accomplishments to speak of. I never achieved anything great like Drake. I never had any stories told about me like Jason. I never had any adventures like Magicardo's. And I was never a figure of myth like Orion. I'm just a dumb assassin who committed a single murder that didn't amount to anything useful. I thought about what I could do on my own, came up with a plan on my own, and tried to help save my country on my own, only for it all to end up being completely meaningless. I'm a dumb, empty-headed assassin. That's all I'll ever be. So I don't have any right to decide for myself, not when there's no point in my even being alive. I don't agree with that. Why not? I overheard some strange things being said while I was swaying on the ocean currents, so I'm going to cut in. If that was all it took to negate the point of living, there'd be none to Bartholomew or me being alive either. I'm a purely conceptual being, nothing more than a phantom spirit made up of a mix of heroic and divine parts. And as for Bartholomew, his accomplishments were all, well, terrible. I can't argue with that. It's true, I made no contributions to human history whatsoever. I can't even claim to be the most notable pirate. That was all that idiot Blackbeard's doing. And the other pirate servants all have much more interesting stories to tell than I do. Take, say, Anne, Bonnie, and Mary Reed. They're nothing if not memorable, right? Yes, I saw the video about them for ruining history.
Voila! Just like that, there's no point in my existence either.
Don't be silly. Those things couldn't be more different.
No, Miss Corday. When you get right down to it, they're exactly the same.
He's right. Ultimately, there's no point to most people's lives. I just happened to survive by sheer luck. It was a pure coincidence that I became a master at all. I survived by sheer luck, as one do. I used up all my luck then and there, as one do. Really? That's true. If Director Olga Marie hadn't happened to have kicked you out of that room back then, it's very possible that none of us would be here right now. Though, of course, you can and should take full credit for all the amazing things you accomplished afterwards, Master. As your very first servant, I couldn't be more proud to serve you. Wow.
How about you, Jason? Where do you stand on this discussion? What? You mean, do I think there's any meaning to life? What kind of boring question is that? It's just a matter of which point in your life you decide to look at. Is it only worth moving ahead with life if there's some greater meaning to your existence? And conversely, if there isn't any meaning to your existence, does that mean you should just die? Because if that were the case, all of humanity besides me would have gone extinct long ago.
Oh, Jason. Did he really just say what I think he just said? Talk about confidence.
You can all bow to me now.
Yes, sir.
Are you nuts? Why would you actually listen to him?
Well, I don't really know what he's talking about, but it sounded really wise.
Damn it, you're even more gullible than I thought. Hi, Apollo here. I think what you meant to say was pure and innocent. Do you even know how to make yourself useful?
So somebody else did what I wasn't able to, huh? Yes, you may be right. But in that case, what's the point in our even being here? What's wrong with just having fun? Maybe life doesn't have any meaning.
What's wrong with just having fun? Do what you want.
Huh?
You may be right, Master. There are sacrifices to be made, of course, and that's something to be sad about. There's also the sense of duty we feel that drives us to help bring this war to a close. But, all told, don't you think it's safe to say we're all having fun?
Well, maybe.
Great. Now that that's settled, let's talk love. What do you say? Any interest in hearing about my extraordinary romantic exploits? Are we talking about the kind of stories reserved solely for those more, mature audiences? Will you lot knock it off already? The encrypted comms line is not your personal phone party. I'll especially thank you not to use it for such inappropriately salacious topics. There will be no tales of extraordinary romantic exploits on my watch.
Gordolf says because he's jealous. He's just jealous.
I think it's funny how he's listening in on this too. In case you've forgotten, let me remind you that we are still very much in the middle of an operation.
Gordolf, I'm just gonna keep on thinking about the time where you had that one lipstick. Oh, it's actually showing me. Surprising. Me and Mash together. Ah, I'm well and truly convinced. This is fun. I've never seen an ocean like this, or islands like this, or a civilization like this. Anything like this, really. Yes, I'm still so scared it feels like my heart is going to burst. But that's just as true for all of them too. I bet these people find heart-pounding adventures and terrifying monsters to be fun too. I'm so jealous. I wish I could be like that myself. I really, really do. Can I ask you something? Do you remember when we first met? You mean when you saved my life? What about it? Yeah, you mean when you saved my life? That's right. I remember I was so overcome with emotion that I cried. I never once been of any use to anyone, not when I was alive, nor after my death. So when I did something useful for you, that was the first time I ever did something useful for the world. That got me wondering whether I even deserve to be part of something so wonderful. And that's why I started crying. It is through this servitude that your life will have meaning. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm sorry, I was just spacing out a bit. Thank you, Master. I really love you. Love confession. Huh? What? What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I meant, that you're a great master and someone I really respect. Oh, I see. In that, I completely agree. I'm very proud to have Misaki as my master.
Whoa there, if you're going to have a lover's quarrel, take it to the Argo. I don't allow that sort of thing here on the Royal Fortune.
Huh? Why's that?
Because unsightly squabbles like that always end up producing hidden eyes purity levels. I don't allow lovers' quarrels on the Argo either. Know why? Because in Greece, doing anything romantic in nature is tantamount to asking for death. Trust me.
I can tell you speak from painful experience.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. It won't be long till we reach our destination now.
Got it. Let's go get ready to disembark, Master. Corday's confession of love, though.
Miss Corday?
Oh, please don't call me Miss.
My apologies, Lady Corday. I just want to say that was quite the front you put up there.
You're very perceptive, aren't you, Bartholomew?
Well, I expect I have a big leg up on the most when it comes to things of the sort. That said, you weren't exactly hard to read.
Do you think I'll regret it if I don't say anything?
Regrets and partings are an intrinsic part of life, Lady Corday. Especially now that we're servants.
Life really doesn't ever go the way you want it to, does it? Not even when you get a second chance at it.
I see. Then I take it my suspicions were on the mark?
I'll say, they were right on the money, damn it. What a cliffhanger. I want to use that love confession. That's gonna inspire my next thumbnail. Like, I love you, Misaki. And then Percy Island, but I will continue that later. My stomach requires the food. The nutrients of life. I will get my Uncrustable. So thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and epic gacha luck. I am hungry. I will eat an Uncrustable now. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh man, my stomach's been grumbling. Oof.